What's up, guys? It's your boy Darskin, and today we're going to be talking about Venti's best builds, best weapons, and talents, and everything you need to know in between. Now, I know I told a lot of you guys to wait until like the ending of the banner, like the last couple of days to summon, so you guys could basically know if we're getting something else or whatever the case may be. But I know a lot of you guys aren't going to wait, and for the people that aren't going to wait, and even for the people that are going to wait, if you guys want to prepare for Venti or whatever the case may be, we're going to be going over everything that you need to know. So, starting out, let's go ahead and get into Venti's build, right? So, Venti's build, 4-piece Viridescent. There is no other artifacts that you are going to run on Venti unless you are not AR40 or AR45. If you can't farm artifacts, then you can go into, I guess since you're newer to the game, you're gonna need other artifacts. You can go into the instructor set, because the instructor set's going to give you some elemental mastery. I mean, you could potentially go into the exile set. You don't really need to, because his energy recharge is pretty decent. But you can go into instructor or exile somewhat if you want to that way. Pretty much early game, just give him a whole bunch of elemental mastery, you'll be fine. Now, going into what he needs. As far as this, you know, we have normal flower, nothing crazy. It rolled some defense, but it's still pretty good, right? Crit rate, crit damage. Crit rate, energy recharge, all really, this is like amazing, by the way, 21% crit rate. Now we get into the Hourglass. Hourglass, attack percent, right? A lot of people used to think it was elemental mastery, me included, but come to find out the attack percent is actually a lot better. So you want to go attack percent, Hourglass, crit damage, you know, energy recharge, substats, you know. Then you go into the Cup. The Cup is animo damage, obviously. And then substats, crit damage, energy recharge, crit rate, the usual. And then the Headpiece, you'll go crit rate or crit damage, which I have energy recharge, elemental mastery, and there's some HP in there, whatever. So, 4-piece Viridescent, obviously, attack percent, animo damage, crit rate, crit damage. If you're going to be running elemental mastery, it's going to be on your substats and on your weapon. Now, let's go ahead and get into the weapon so I can talk about that a little bit more. As you can see, here are my stats right here. 69% crit rate, 100% crit damage. Venti's usually not going to have 150 crit damage, simply because there's not that many weapons that have crit rate and crit damage that Venti tends to use. And the reason why is because he usually uses elemental mastery weapons. So, looking at the weapons, I actually have the new weapon, Elegy of the End. As you can see, it gives, you know, energy recharge, gives a really nice base attack, but it gives elemental mastery. And then once you proc its passive, it gives even more elemental mastery. Now, I know everybody doesn't have this weapon. I literally just switched to this weapon. But one of the go-to weapons for Venti that a lot of people tend to use is Stringless. Stringless was the go-to weapon for him before Elegy of the End, because not only does it give you elemental mastery, it also gives you increased elemental skill and elemental burst damage, which Venti does literally all the time. That's his gameplay. So, Stringless, super amazing weapon for him. You know, there you go. Now, I do want to keep in mind, if you have any 5-star weapon, use that. You can use a Moss Bow, 5-star weapon. You can use Skyward Harp, 5-star weapon. You don't have to use these, but if it's a 5-star weapon, it's usable, regardless of who it's on or what it does. Now, another weapon you can use is Favonius Warbow. They actually give this to you for free earlier on in the game once you fight Dvalin. Well, this actually works pretty well with Venti because it gives him a little bit of energy recharge, so it makes sure he has his ult off cooldown. And then crits generate energy. Venti's ult hits so many times, it's going to crit eventually. So, this is a nice passive because it will proc. No matter what happens, it'll proc. Rust is kind of because you're not going to be using normal attacks on Venti. It's not really super crazy for him. If you look at Sacrificial, if you use his E, it allows you to use his E again, which is going to net you more energy recharge. So this is usable as well. It's not super bad. You could definitely use it. Nothing too crazy. But that's pretty much it for all of his bows and everything like that. I know somebody's probably going to bring up a 3-star bow, and look, let me tell you something. I don't use 3-star bows. I never have. I know somebody's going to be like, oh, well, this 3-star bow is pretty good. And if it is, go ahead, be my guest. I'm not talking about those. I'm not going to use those. Now that we've talked about his build, now that we've talked about some of his weapons and things like that. Oh, one more thing about his weapon. One more thing about his weapons. And the reason why I say this is because it's coming out soon. This weapon right here, Wind Bloom Ode, 165 Elemental Mastery, 510 base attack. After using an elemental skill, receive a boon from the ancient Wish of the Wild Bloom, increasing attack by 16%. This is going to be a free weapon that you're able to get. I'm pretty sure you can get it R5. This is going to be a really good weapon for Venti as well. So if you guys have this, or if you get this, you can use this for Venti as well. So I just want to put that out there and let you guys know that. Now, let's go ahead and get into talents. I have no constellations on Venti, by the way. You don't need constellations. His constellations are not that good. Like this aim shot thing, he never uses aim shot, so this is useless. And then like some of the other ones are pretty decent, but trust me when I tell you, you don't need. I don't even have them. I'm not summoning for them. Moving on to talents. 699, easy. Obviously, you know, you only use his E in his ultimate. I mean, you could actually leave his normal attacks at level 1, but I have OCD, so I gotta get them to the bare minimum. If you look at any character I use, Zhongli 6, Albedo 6, MC 6, Chi-Chi 6. I just gotta get, I have to, because I got OCD, and I don't want it to be at level 1. Anyways, 699 is what you want to go. If you have dupes, you want to take it to 12. And if you want to crown it, you can take it to 10 or 13. That's completely up to you. Now, I will tell you, Venti, 150% does not need a crown. Right? His ult already does so much damage. It does its job so well, he does not need a crown. If you look at the crown percents, you're gaining 4% dot damage, which does add up. It does stack. It's nice. And then you're getting, what, 2% additional elemental damage? Trust me when I tell you, it's not worth it in the grand scale of things, simply because his ult is going to be, you know, fusing with another element anyway, and it's going to do so. Trust me when I tell you, you don't need to crown his ult. Now, if Venti's your favorite character, or you really like Venti, or you love Venti, then you can crown his ult, be my guest. That's completely up to you. Now, I will be making videos going over Venti and showcasing his build and stuff like that. I will also be showcasing him not with this weapon and with this weapon, because I know a lot of people want to see him with a 4-star weapon and not a 5-star weapon. I only have this on him right now because I literally just got it last night on stream. Check me out, DSGaming GC, link is in the description. But I've been using this since day one. I've literally used stringless. Well, I used Favonius, but as soon as I got stringless, which was like probably a week or two in, literally never switched the weapon. So trust me when I tell you, 4-star weapon, you can use it. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. With that being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace.